Hi, collective. This is Amanda. I do shares around nature wisdom and allowing nature in to send us messages or give us ways to heal or balance or rediscover ourselves. And today I was going to do some work using the frequency of gold. And gold is a very relaxing, comfortable, comforting, and peaceful energy to channel for your nervous system. There's been a lot of discussion in our group about nervous system reset and balance and the idea of peace and how do we achieve peace as a step into giving ourselves joy. It's really hard to leapfrog over some of the earlier ways of being that are needed for our soul in order to get into joy, happiness, contentment, and then ultimately abundance. So I have a piece of gold right here. It is a ring that's an agate that that I really love because it was something that my grandpa had made from a large agate that he found. And there's actually another ring because the agate was so big. There's a woman's ring and a man's ring. And hi, and I have the man's ring. So Liz and Heather, I should have waited just a few more minutes. I'm recording already, but I'm going to back up.
You're okay. I just fell off my stool. It took me a minute to get
I'm going to
Good
back up.
morning, ladies. Thanks.
Good morning. I just started recording a couple of minutes ago. And this shouldn't take very long, but we've done so much discussion around our nervous system and achieving peace prior to being able to move into joy and abundance, contentment, happiness, all the things that we would like to be. But if we can't regulate, our nervous habits first, then what do we do? And because I do the earth wisdom thing, like what can we get from the earth? I have this piece of gold right here. I was just about to tell everybody, okay, let's take a pause here and go grab a piece of gold if you have one. If you want to, I can just keep talking a little bit while you grab a piece of gold. Okay, Liz has
Ooh. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm on it.
and so the frequency of gold actually brings a lot of relaxation to the nervous system. And it's something that I learned back when I took a whole earth medicine certification years ago, and channeling gold was one of the things that we did. And you don't even really have to have a piece of gold to achieve this, although it helps if you don't have the trust that you can actually tap into the frequency. But you can just say gold. You can just say gold. I'd like to receive the frequency of gold, and it works. But this way we're going to get to hold a piece of gold in our hands. And Heather, you can let us know somehow when you're back with your gold before we start.
I am back and I have my gold.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so what we get to do is just hold it, and let's put it in our left hand because that's your receiving side. The left side is the yin, the feminine side.
so many synchronicities right now. That I was dreaming last night and came through for me this morning. I love this. I love this.
Nice. Yeah, this is what came to me. I'm not sure when, if it was this morning or yesterday. I just thought, wow, that's something that I learned And it's really valuable, and there are so many things on the planet that we can use, and it's just a matter of noticing what keeps coming to you and then tapping into its frequency. So, while you have the gold in your hand, I would like you to first place your awareness in your hand and start to feel what your hand is feeling. What is your hand feeling as it holds the gold? And remember, if you're holding something like I am that has it has an agate in it, it's 10 karat gold, what I have, so it's not like it's pure gold. Remember that you want to intend to feel the gold. And what does it feel like? And how does your hand feel? And let your hand fill up like it's holding a ball of golden energy. Maybe you see a shape or a color associated with the frequency and vibration of the gold. Maybe your hand feels the heaviness of holding the golden energy. Just notice it and what it feels like. And as we play with this, it's going to become more clear exactly what this feels like when we begin to channel it through our nervous system. Right now, we're just tuning in to gold and activating in ourselves the frequency of gold. And now, if you like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the gold ring out of my hand, and you've got this ball of golden energy in your hand. It's still there because you brought it in. And bring your other hand up and pour it in to your right hand. Pour it into your right hand and feel it. So now I can still feel the circle of the ring on my left hand. And in my right hand, there's something more subtle. And what Liz is doing, holding the ball with both hands, that's a fantastic idea. That actually completes the circuit of the metal frequency. And now think about bringing that frequency in using your intention and your consciousness. And before we do that, just check your connection. Are we connected with the above and below? Is that connection clean and clear? Enhance it. Bring in the double vortexes from above down through your body into the earth, coming back up as another vortex from the earth's center, creating that double vortex that's always there. So I can definitely now, even though I still feel the ring on my left hand, I can feel that ball of energy between both hands. My right hand is tingling with that energy now, and maybe it gets bigger. Maybe play with it a little bit. Move your hands around it, feel it. Actively think about expanding it and let that frequency come in through your heart center. And now I want you to take that energy and scoop it up over your head and drop it on top of your crown. and let it move in through your crown, and it's moving into your physical, into your brain. And even though it seems like you've poured all of it in, it continues to move in and fill your brain with that soothing, clearing, peaceful energy of gold, filling up all of your synapses, all of your neurons, all of your brain cells, moving down through the lobes. Notice what's happening. How fast does it happen? Or how slow does it happen? However it happens, it's exactly what your brain needs right now. And one thing that you can do while you have this gold moving in is a bit of a brain balance, and see your left brain connecting to your right brain, and your right brain connecting to your left brain, making an infinity symbol going back and forth, balancing your brain with this frequency. And perhaps you can feel how full yours is right now. I would say right now mine feels about 2/3 full. I can feel it. I can feel it by my ears. And if you notice that sometimes the right brain, it takes longer for it to accept the left brain, and that's because of the masculine and feminine, the energies. The feminine is more accepting than the masculine. If you just give it time, it will balance itself out, and it will move just as quickly from the left side to the right side as it does from the right side to the left side. Just allow it to continue doing that. And allow that gold energy to move down into your brainstem, that old part of your brain where there are fight or flight or freeze, moving through there. If it has been overactivated, that gold energy helps to relax it and prepare it for something that's real and not something that is an illusion. Just let it fill up the brainstem area. And as it starts to overflow, it'll begin to move down your spine, through your spinal cord, that main nerve that carries all of the messages throughout the body. And as it moves down that spinal cord, that energy flows out through all of the nervous system, moving all the way out to the ends, the tips of these nerves. It's in your neck where we store so much stress, across the shoulders, down your arms, and into your fingers. Let your shoulders relax. move a little bit with the energy if it feels like it. I often start to get a little rotation that wants to happen, and I just follow it. And just watch as the gold fills up your nervous system, moving down your back, reaching out across your body, across your torso, into your sacral region, this place where the root chakra is housed, that is our foundation, that so many people store back pain because of the issues of society and foundation having stability. You may feel this lightness moving through your body. Even though I can still feel it moving through my sacral, I can already feel all of this moving down my legs. My legs feel bigger, and it's moving into my feet. And you may feel extra warmth or tingling in places where you've been storing pain or stiffness or numbness. So just keep watching and feeling it. Check to see if it feels like your nervous system is full. Has it completely filled up with the gold frequency? And with this frequency in here, remember to let go of what was here before. It's just naturally, it gets sort of pushed out. And the more conscious we stay of watching everything go, allowing that everything goes, knowing that everything goes, then it brings more balance, relaxation, reset of the nervous system, healthy, responsive nervous system as opposed to a reactive nervous system. I just would also like to mention what's coming up is even though this is healing on an energetic, spiritual, emotional level for your nervous system, there are things that um, that our nerves need on the physical level. If you're having problems with numbness, I have, though it's getting better, and a lot of it is because of diabetes, which is difficult to regulate blood sugar. So I just want to offer, while everybody is bringing this into balance and maybe coming back to your body, because it's very fluffy and it makes you feel very floaty. And it'd be nice to get to a place where eventually, when you're done, we can actually talk about it. Sugar attacks the nerve endings. So if you have an elevated amount of sugar in your blood system, then there are there is an attack that happens to that sheath that covers the nervous system, exposing the nerves. The nerves uh, become numb or become painful. You may get sharp pains, especially in your extremities. And it's good to eliminate sugar from your diet. And if you want to have a sweet treat, then lower glycemic things like raw honey or maple syrup are far better. And that vitamin B is the carrier, and there are forms of vitamin B. So I don't remember the specific one. I will have to look it up. But if you get a good vitamin B pill that has all of the forms of vitamin B, that is the thing that helps to heal your nerves. And it's what I've been doing for mine. And I noticed that I could feel yesterday. I hate to say it, but there was dirt on the floor in my shower. There's always dirt in my house because cats or me or whoever is tracking it in from wherever. And I was stepping on it and I'm like, wow, I can feel these little pieces of dirt that are on the floor. And there wasn't even that much. And that was new for me. It's been a while. So these things can heal. And this way offers the environment that your nervous system needs and will support the physical healing. So as you come back to feeling the way you usually feel, if you're ready to open your eyes and engage, take your time though. We can take a few deep breaths and thank the frequency of gold. And now we get to understand why people value it so much. You don't have to have gold to receive what gold has to offer. Hmm. Either of you want to talk about your experience? Do you think you could do this again for yourself?
I just got a bird.
What kind?
It was brown with, like, black over its beak and white on its tail,
Mm,
but only when it spread its wings could I see the white, and kind of like a multy brown,
yeah.
and it just started snowing.
Oh, wow.
And no pun intended, that was like gold. Like, you just gave me so many golden nuggets. It was beautiful. I I have to say I never wanna come out of your meditations because 'cause they're so nice. When you're like, "Come back to the room," I'm like, "No."
I'm glad that they work that way for you, really.
I have been having the most intense pain in my right side of my neck and down my spine
Mm,
the last few days, and it's very much related to reoccurring chronic issue I have on the masculine side. I know it's ancestral, and just that visual of the gold dripping through, it's very honey-like for me,
it's like that. Yeah, it's
and
like that.
I have immediate relief in my back.
Good.
I got tingly in my feet, and just I feel so relaxed. Now I was using gold that also has labradorite in it as well, so
Yeah.
I resonate very heavily with labradorite, and gold has been popping up for me. When you started talking about the brain, I'm sitting here looking at my mushroom block on the floor that is my lion's mane mushroom block made by the Golden Mushroom Company. And I'm like,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Um, I've seen gold coming up in my field in other places, and
I'm gonna try
this
and get
was
better
just
light here.
a beautiful guide through
Oh,
how to work
sorry.
with it. You're good. And working the energy, like, this is I loved that. I loved this. That was absolutely beautiful. And what you said with the nervous system, um, about the sugar attaching to the ends and exposing them, and it just made something click for me with all the people that I've worked with neuropathy issues before.
Yes,
It's like, no wonder the neuropathy is connected to the
right.
diabetes and the
And there's
issues.
yeah, and there's so much eating of sugar in our culture, and even for me, where I stopped eating it because of diabetes, and I still have neuropathy, and it's because it's hard to regulate how much blood sugar I have.
Mhm,
So, what I didn't know is that because I my brain is basically my pancreas now, I didn't have the vitamin B in my system. Like, if you have too much sugar in your system, it uses up vitamin B, and vitamin B is what keeps the neuropathy from happening. So, for me, I take vitamin B now,
mhm.
and that's what's been helping. So,
I
uh,
just got a supplement that I think is GABA and B6 and B12 that's been a good, like, nervous system.
yeah,
The bird's back.
I
Bird's
like
back.
GABA. GABA is very relaxing for me, anyway.
That was just full of nuggets of wisdom, and that was a wonderful meditation, thank you.
You're welcome.
It was so nice. And Liz, before I forget, can you share the brand that you're using for
Yeah.
the B12 GABA? Because I've
Mhm.
used GABA in the past and I've kind of forgotten about it for the past year, and I know that it's so good. Um, I do usually take B12, but oh, Amanda, that was so nice. I also really love your meditations. Love them so much. Um, yeah, it was just so nice to just have the liquid gold just running through, especially like I really intended it through the spine, through my entire spine at
Yes.
such a slow pace because, that's where my healing is. that's where my healing is happening. And so just so slow, and you really brought it to the sacrum, which is the specific place where I'm healing. And so yeah, it was nice. I was on my back, and so I was really connecting in with the earth below. And yeah, just I was just keeping all of the points above and below and focusing on my whole body. And whew, nervous system is part of my experience as well. Just yeah, I've always got like the nerves. I don't want to claim it, but the nerves, right? Like that's the
Yeah.
experience from like the sacrum down to the mine is left side, so sacrum down to my foot. So yeah, it really just it calmed me, and I fully imagined doing this meditation repeatedly. In fact,
Okay, good.
have the gold sitting in an obvious place for me so I can just bring it back in or re-listen to this. Both
Yeah,
will do.
and you can just tap into the frequency and draw it in. I mean, you can also take your gold, put it on top of your head. I
Oh,
really
Oh,
just
that's
I
good to know.
wanted you to feel the energy build in your hands. It offers a physical, like, attunement to it so that you know that it's real. What you're feeling is real, and then it would transfers from one hand to the other, and then it transfers to the top of your head. So you can really feel it.
That
I
visualization was so powerful too.
I loved when we were doing the infinity. I just kept
Mm,
going back and forth from one hemisphere
yeah.
to the other. That was, yeah, that was beautiful.
I also felt I'm glad you brought that up too, because I felt my eyes naturally starting to make that pattern
Mhm.
as well when I even with them closed, and I wonder where that is. That almost like EMDR where you're doing that eye movement to balance out between the hemispheres?
Hmm. Isn't that associated also with light? Uh,
There are
yeah.
versions of it where your eyes are following, yeah,
Yeah.
like
I don't
following the
know, maybe. I mean, if you actually can see I know sometimes if somebody is actually doing the brain balance for me, like putting a hand
Mhm.
on either side of my head and they're doing it for then I start to see a light move back and forth, and my eyes begin to do that because I'm watching it.
Yeah,
So, um,
it's like your body subconsciously doing the EMDR for itself. Isn't it
yeah, and
amazing when
maybe
your body just does the stuff it knows it needs to do?
yeah, yeah, things are intelligent.
Right?
There's
We
an
forget
innate
that.
intelligence to everything that we don't necessarily know that it's there, like, not on a human level.
Ooh, I just got chills everywhere.
I know. I know.
Mm.
The, the one I have been using, the brand is Cal, Kal,
Okay.
and it's, a GABA, L-theanine, it's got vitamin C, thiamine, niacin, B6, folate, B12, pantothenic acid, choline, and then the
So some
GABA
of those things like
glutamate.
niacin and folate are both
Mhm.
B vitamins. I'm glad you have one that's folate because, Heather, a lot of times, I don't know if you know this, Liz, but I've been learning, and maybe you do know it, but folic acid is often what they put in a B vitamin, and it's bad
Mhm.
Yeah,
for
it's
us.
bad for us. Yeah.
I
Yes.
learned that when I was
Good.
pregnant, right? Where they tell you to get
Same.
folate, but so many of the
Mhm.
supplements they give you is folic acid versus
Right.
folate, and it's doing nothing
It
for you.
does
You might go
nothing,
take
and
it
it
over
actually
here.
works against.
Yeah.
So,
What is it about the folic acid that actively works against versus the
oh
folate?
gosh, we gotta talk to my
Put you on the
house.
spot.
Yes. We gotta talk to my housemate knows
Okay,
all this
okay.
stuff, but I'll tell you where you can look, if you wanna watch a video about vitamin B, look up Dr. I think it's Eric Berg. It's Dr. Berg, Berg. That's where I've been learning what I'm doing. Just Google Dr. Berg vitamin B videos and you'll find it because he's the one that's where I learned it from. He talks about how folic acid is not what you want to put in your body, it's folate that you want to put. We can't process it. I don't know the mechanism Um, although it's one of those things I would like to commit to memory. It's just sometimes I've been studying so much, I don't absorb it all right away, and I watch and
Mhm.
rewatch. So if you want to know what the actual mechanism is, ask Dr. Berg.
Can I say I'm completely shocked that modern medicine puts folic acid and things we can't process in it and tells us to take it?
It's
So
because it's
surprising.
I think it's a byproduct, and it's just, like, easier, for it's easier to put it in. There are a lot of things like that where they take the byproduct of some production and and give it to us. We're like the dump.
Uh, I and it oh god, there's so much to say about it. It, that stuff that everybody's drinking for, like, energy, that Celsius stuff, and I
Yeah.
learned that they're literally taking stuff out of like, wastewater treatment is one of like, a byproduct of wastewater treatment plants is being used. There's that
Ew.
bird again. There's that bird again.
There's a bird. That's
Oh
your
my gosh, and there's
affirmation.
literally 2 giant crows walking in the backyard right now. "Hi, guys. Hi." They're going, "Yeah, take it all, and share it all." I, I'm interested to share with you now. I won't take up more of your time with this, but wanted to put out there, we've been talking so much about the water and, living water and all that fun stuff and, that fun stuff. I didn't realize yesterday was World Water Day,
Oh,
and right, these made up holidays that keep coming up, but it was like an impetus for me. I started writing a piece really talking about the benefits, like the difference between the dead water and the living water.
mhm,
And I was like,
mhm.
okay, let's go through the science side and then we're going to get woo woo. And then we'll go into like the conspiracy theory to tie it all together.
Sure.
And um, I kind of started comparing water to like the oil in your engine and learning about, dagnabbit, I just lost my train of thought of where I was going with that. It was something about the folate that you brought up about what our body can't process. Um,
Oh, yeah. Well, and dead water is definitely something that we can't really process it. It's, uh
so that was kind of like the ultimate conclusion after everything I was researching to put it in here. It's like hydration isn't just drinking water. Like if you're drinking dead water, you almost might as well not even be drinking it because you're not actually hydrating
right.
your body with it.
I'm gonna push the button on the record because I wanna address that more, but I think I wanna I wanna teach on it maybe next week.
I think
So,
that'd be
Put it
great.
put a pin in
yes,
that. I
yeah.
didn't want to interrupt,
So
but
anyhow, we'll
talking
stop the
about
recording
gold.
here, and we'll leave it as a cliffhanger, and, anybody who wants to know more about the frequency of water gets to watch or come to next week's recording.